Hey everyone, it's Jen with Spirited Saturdays. This week I come to you from a dog boarding facility. I am currently babysitting, dog sitting, 10 beautiful, loving dogs, one of which I am giving a very, very indulgent belly and chin rub to at the moment, but I cannot reveal his identity. But he's so cute. So that's how I'm making this video. This video comes to you from a very zen place of rubbing a dog and everyone being happy. So anyway, this week's topic is, how can I see a good quality in another person without making it a bad quality or a lack of that quality in myself? Okay, so this is something that really speaks to me, so thanks Ariel for thinking of this, because it really is something that resonates with me personally. I've struggled with this a lot, to the extent that I still struggle with it sometimes, not to the point where it is debilitating by any stretch, but definitely something that comes up occasionally, when I'm feeling especially insecure. So a couple of things about this. I think it's important to recognize, first of all, that by virtue of seeing this good quality in this other person, you either have the good quality yourself, or it just demonstrates an openness and a willingness and an ability to see the good in others. And that all by itself is worthy of your recognition and worthy of celebration about yourself. That all by itself highlights a good quality. You can see it. You can see it. Not everybody can see it. Also, it could very well mean that by virtue of being able to recognize it, you yourself have it. So don't let yourself get down about that. Don't make it about, just because, oh yeah, this person's good quality is so highlighted, it kind of stings maybe I don't have it. Maybe you feel like, oh, it just kind of highlights how much of it you don't have. Don't look at it like that. So counterproductive. Look at it as like, I can see, it's true, it's honest, it's all very honest. You're not making that up. You can see it, and that says a lot about you. That says a lot about your ability to be compassionate, to be open, to look for the good in people, to have a good heart, to recognize goodness in people. That's a really great qualities, and a really good quality, and that could play itself out in many areas of your life and really help you, that quality. Also, don't bring it back onto yourself in a negative way. Like, the whole idea is that it's a selfless thing to do. It makes you selfless. It also, to recognize that person's quality and to maybe tell them about this quality, or to really just be present, while witnessing this person's quality coming out. There's a level of inherent selflessness within that, even if it is about making yourself feel good, like, I can recognize this. There's also a level of selflessness. There's also this making it about them. So, it's okay to recognize something about another person, to make it about them. You would be totally defeating the purpose by bringing it back and making it about yourself, in that you're negating the whole idea behind the recognition of the good quality by turning it back on and making it a self-sabotaging thing. So, you can make it about yourself. Make it about yourself in that it's reflecting your ability to see the goodness in others. Make it about yourself in that by virtue of recognizing it, you definitely have a piece of it. You have it too. It's like a mirror for you. Make it about yourself in that you don't have to display this quality in the same way as this person is displaying it. Just because this person is displaying it in a certain way doesn't take away from the way you display it. It doesn't make your version of it any less than. It's equally special. It's just demonstrated very differently because you're different people, and what's purely coming from them is worthy of recognition, and what's purely coming from you is worthy of recognition. And if you recognize a quality in someone else, you can share that quality and exhibit it in very different ways, and that's all good, that's all great, and then that creates a respect for I think for one another. You know, this really comes into play with eating disorders, because often, I know for me, it was like, you know, well, this person is great, this must mean the flip side of that is that I'm not. Oh, it's highlighting what I lack. Oh, I need to have some sense of me-ness, of ownership of myself, of identity, of something that I'm quote-unquote proud of or good at, or, you know, because I felt like I was devoid in every other aspect, and it felt flat. Like, because when you have an eating disorder, your personality can feel like it's fallen flat. You know, the world can kind of feel one-dimensional. You can feel one-dimensional. You feel distance, removed, cut off, just flat, and hollow, and that's what happens, and that is, you know, often these kinds of thoughts either feed into it or result from having an eating disorder, because or like they just perpetuate it, and it would make sense that it would happen that way, because there's the identity that's just so shaky, you know, so nothing's going to be accurate, and you know, image of others, you know, you can blow other people up like to these idealistic proportions, very unreasonably, and shrink yourself down to these very, very minute proportions, and having such a small sense of worth and identity. You know, so these are extremes, and none of them are accurate. And when you're in an eating disorder and you're deluded in all sorts of ways, you know, these things are going to be highlighted, and you just can't trust these you know, these thoughts that you're generating, because they're coming from a really malnourished, or really just not functioning mind that's just not functioning properly. So, you know, those kinds of things can be perpetuated once you're in the eating disorder, and it can also, for sure, contribute to the development of an eating disorder if your self-worth is this shaky. So yeah, remember, it's okay to recognize a good quality in someone else. It's perfectly legitimate, and it's perfectly legitimate to really honor that person and honor that quality in that person, and without making it about you, in that, you know, you're all of a sudden less than. If anything, so it's not making the flip side. If anything, when you make it about you, it's that you just taking yourself up a notch, because you can recognize it, and it's mirroring what what you're resonating with. It's that person is in your life because, or you're seeing this quality in them because something in you clicks with that quality. You can recognize it. And don't make it about idealizing. Make it about, I can see that quality, I can recognize that. That means that I possess it. So how then do I find my own voice and my own way of demonstrating it, so that it feels like it's purely mine, so I don't feel like I'm competing with this person, and I don't feel like I'm less than this person in any way at all, because it's just not true. I'm not less than anyone. Those are my thoughts on that. I hope this video made some sense. I'm a little scattered, just being in a different space making this, but hope it helped in some regard. Let me know if it didn't, or if you need me to clarify anything. But have a great night, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.